From the home of the Bills since 1973, we are at Bills Stadium just south of downtown Buffalo, New York. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Buffalo Bills. Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Jump. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. They can't hang with us. Check, check.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Go, big series right here. So we got to step it up. Check.
They will run on the gun with Jacobs. And he stopped immediately there.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike 33.
He'll drop to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
19 tight, 19 tight. Mike 54. It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Tempo, 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 tempo.
He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's a quick throw out wide to Dorsett. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. They run it with Jacobs. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Hey, watch that. Hey, watch it. Check it. Go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Oh, a hit and a loose football. The dive unsuccessful. The big fella can't pick it up.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game because you can. It's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. A bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a 1st down run. And when you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense, it's really kind of geared to stop that play. Your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
I got you. Slam.
They'll run the sweep. It's Samuel. He'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. They'll look to throw into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now here's a quick throw to start the drive complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Check, 55
To throw on 3rd down, Johnson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Check 13, check 13. Check.
And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won the tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, but it'll be 2nd down.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, check.
18, Pioneer. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Bills have taken the early lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep and not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Shut up! Panther 60! Panther 60! Who that? Who that? Jam him!
On 1st down, it's Garrett, and he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. He lost 6 there on the 1st down play.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know.
To throw on 2nd down, Johnson. And that's complete. Alvaro Cuebunam. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown.
Yeah, we dominate today.
So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game.
Keep it going, dog. Keep it going. Every time. Keep putting that ball on the ground. That's our ball. Sack 70 Timberwolf. Mike 5-5. I'm here all day.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Great blocking on the return. It springs in for 25. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
Ready up. 54, right there. 54, Mike. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. Mike's 5'4", Mike. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
I got him.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Yeah, baby.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Don't get nervous. Check 37. Check 37. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. 60 bison. 60 bison.
Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early. That's going to set him back 5 yards. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Cut.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They'll get 34 yards there.
How about the first half he's putting together? Well over 100 yards already with that last catch. And to me, they'd be well served to keep looking his way. A number of big plays already in this one.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Here's Jacobs, and he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Hey, we got to get to the ball. Hurk. Right there. Hurk.
Shift. Watch the shift.
Go. Just run.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Here we go, Shaq. Viking 18. Mike 54. We ain't giving up nothing today. 54 is Mike. 54. Big Lion. Watch 54. Watch 54. Let's go, Top. Let's go. We got it.
Try to run forward with Jacobs. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Get him, boy.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Okay, break. Mike's 5-4. Exit. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Hey, let's get this. 19 Tiger.
They'll drop the throw. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Jordan Howard, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Sanders on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will make it into the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Cody. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
Let's get that ball. 52's the Mike. Watch Mike. Watch Mike. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Slam, slam, slam.
They'll run on first down. Jacobs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown run. And the Bills will add on to their lead. This offense certainly looking at a lot more comfortable here at home. They lost last week in the opener on the road, but there's something about that home opener makes you feel more settled.
Yeah, I wish we could quantify it, too, because you're playing the same game. The field's the same, size. We know all of that. But being at home, sometimes when you do things well, you get that extra push from your home fans, and it elevates your game.
And in the driver's seat right now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to go against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. Thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Watch the screen.
They'll try the left side. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Desmond King making the tackle.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
55's Mike.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Switch. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Shift.
Tight dog.
Watch out. He's coming. Double up.
They'll try and run for it. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
What we got? Sponge, sponge, sponge. No, no, no. Check 26. Check.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones.
Check, lucky,
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Spike 70 Lions.
Silver. 56.
Buffalo 18.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Switch.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
On second down, Jacobs. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he will throw this one out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
The kick by Sanders is good. And the route is on. It's 24-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
We're going to work. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, baby.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. Johnson. Going up top. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking for Albert O. Albert Okuebunam was the target there. And it's 3rd and 5.
Let's go. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Hey, I'm coming.
They run the counter. It's Garrett, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, let's go! Come talk to me.
Bronco 80.
Mike 55! Mike 55!
She runs. 55 is mine, guys. 55.
I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine, baby.
They're going to try and throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 36. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action.
Do it!
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Johnson now, throwing again. And he comes back with one complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
He'll get that complete to Alberto. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Now Johnson on first down. That's complete, Okue Bunam. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
Mike 55. Hey, eat. I'm coming after you. I'm coming.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And now here is another interception. Caught by Mike Hilton, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones. Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
I'm coming after you.
Check 9, check 9. Check 4, check 4.
Check your hot read.
Jacobs now. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They're going option play on 3rd down. That's out to the left and complete. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Trash. Let's go.
Out of the gun. They'll lift to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed. Because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
The dynamic duo is doing damage in this one, and they've certainly been on point throughout. And they hook up again for another big play.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
Come back to you. I'm going.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills continue to pour it on. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play you would have made, because usually your rookie season is in a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Taken about 7 yards deep and not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional.
Let's go.
They might need to go to the emotional side, because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Here's Johnson from the gun. He'll throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going to return. Hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4. Check that.
Eluding the pressure right. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Curtis Samuel, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills turn that interception into a touchdown. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken about 7 yards deep, and not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll kick it out now. It's Garrett, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert on the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Down! 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Johnson throwing on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. On 2nd down now. It's Garrett, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Go! He's checking. Crash. Say.
Looking to throw. Johnson. And that will be incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Kill, turn up.
Off play action. Johnson. They'll roll him out right. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And that will force a turnover on downs.
18 Rattler. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. SOS.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's the bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Mike, 54's Mike. Check. Watch. Viking 18.
We don't want this.
Wide, get wide.
Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early. So that'll back them up 5. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long.
He's not going to give you.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
Ready, set. Watch the run. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Shift. Kill. Switch it.
Johnson now on 1st and 10. And he rifles one incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
I got him.
Throwing again. Johnson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent, angling for a new contract.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Here we go.
Operating from the gun. Johnson gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. Watch the safety creep. Hatch it. Panther Street.
For the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens, they claw one back. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. Why wouldn't you put the back up, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the Field. That'll bring up second down.
Shut up! Panther 60! Panther 60!
Mike 54.
Check.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens 22. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. The Bills on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And able to find Dorsett. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Check 52.
Hurry!
Here's Jacobs for the gun. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. 18, Pioneer.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Things are rocking easy here in the 4th quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they want to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt, and here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
Welcome to the NFL, baby.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take it next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here.
This is caught inside the 15. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Early on, you hit on it. Needing to avoid the big play. Easier said than done, though. There's a big touchdown.
Yeah, and the good thing is when he does get his catches, you've got to tackle him and get him on the ground. Obviously, weren't able to do it on that one.
PAT up and good by Rosas as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And trouble there on the kickoff as that goes out of bounds.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. It looks like he'll throw here. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.